You are now tuned in to The Couch on KHAM Radio. Good evening and welcome to The Couch on KHAM Radio. I'm your host, Natasha.
And this is your boy, Remy Ray.
So, The Couch is a show that's based on love, sex, and relationship topics. Now, we talk about a lot of different things that happen in relationships, the good, the bad, the ugly. Well, tonight is no different. We're going to talk about, I know you guys, okay, some of you are on social media, you're following Facebook, Twitter, whatever, but there's this video going around where there is a woman and a man in a nightclub, and he's holding a glass of, looks like cognac or something.
Yeah, you know, that's all we drink.
And in her nice dress, with her legs out, no stockings on, just bare skin.
So they must look good.
She gets down on her knees, on the floor, in the club.
Music loud as hell.
And he's drinking, and she proposes marriage to him. Okay? Now,
she slid the ring on his hand.
She put the ring on his hand, but
it wasn't like
he didn't seem to me that he was amused. Now, this is my problem with that, and I'm going to let Remy go into it. Actually, you know, before I tell you my problem with it, I'm going to let Remy go into it from the man's point of view, because I'm going to tell you from a woman's point of view.
Well, like I posted on Facebook earlier, my point of view is this. I feel like, you know, there's not too many times in a man's life, Tasha, that you have to show true intentions. And I got this off one of my friends off of Facebook. Can't think of his name right now, but I'm going to give him a shout out probably later. But he made a point of saying a man's intentions. You know what I'm saying? One thing about a man, you must always know our intentions more than your own, because most men's intentions are more important than any other woman's are, as far as I'm concerned, on a futuristic relationship. Like, there's 1,000 guys trying to talk to you, okay? You have to decide which one you decide to give yourself and time to. Put your heart and soul into this man when there is no true guarantees. Out of the 1,000 that try to holler at you, you have to have good judgment and mindset to find out which one of these guys is best for you, so you think at your best ability. Now, whether that be through financial decision making, whether it be through I love him with his broke self, or whatever the situation is, but you love him for whatever reason. This is the man to lead you through your future that you chose. Now, whether he's lacking anything, make sure you identify what he's lacking. And make sure whatever you see he's lacking, if you got the ability to know if you can put it in his life to better him, you may be that step that he needs, that valid step. Because anybody else put a step up there, it may be fake to him. He don't feel it. No, I don't want to go out there. Hey, man, that's just like taking somebody out to go swimming and say, I know you're in 3 foot of water, but come out here in 9 feet. You can swim. No, I've been dog paddling my ass off. I here in the 4 foot. I feel good about that. You ain't touching no bottom. The depth of the water never matters if you know how to swim. You dig? Right. So if the water is 1,000 feet deep or 4 foot deep, if you know how to swim in any water, it don't matter the bottom.
It doesn't matter. Well, yeah.
So,
but what I can say is this. Okay. Now we've heard the man's point of view. And listen, guys, I have a lot of followers, and you know, you guys, I just tell what I'm feeling, and I'm going to tell you how I would accept something like this. Now, this bothers me.
Why does it bother you?
It bothers me because, number one, as a woman, I'm going to tell you this, guys, and this is straight up. If I get down on my knees and propose to you, put a ring on your finger in any situation, you are my bitch forever. Because the whole point of marriage is for the king to establish his kingdom. A man takes a wife and gives her his name. It's not the other way around. So when you as a woman devalue yourself so much that you're going to get on your knees and propose to him, that's going to be the momentum of the marriage. See, if a man wants to marry you, he'll ask you for your hand. If you have to ask him for his hand, that means that man is not ready to get married. And if he told you yes, it's because you put him on the spot. Because if he wanted to get married, he would have asked you.
And you're totally right about that, Miss Coco.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me say this. This actually has happened to me before. I have been proposed to by at least 2 different chicks in my life to marry them. Ask me. No, maybe 3. In some odd form of fashion. Mm-hmm. But I was asked. And I'm looking like are you serious?
Yeah.
Now, not to say that I wasn't planning on marrying this particular person. Now, out of the 3, actually, all 3 of them, I actually would have married. To be honest with you. Not to say that I didn't marry any. Because I have been married. But my point is, yes, I have been proposed to by a female before. My take on it was I felt a little rushed or pressured because I felt like that woman wanted to. She was very goal oriented, and all of these women that I'm speaking on who actually asked me to marry them are very goal oriented and very goal driven and are very successful in life today. They are still. But I felt like when they asked me to marry them, that I was a part of their goal and their plan to marry me at a certain time. Because they planned it. I don't feel like that the 3 that asked me to marry them, it was for the right reasons. I felt like they wanted to be married by the time I'm 30, by the time I'm 32, I want to have a kid. See, that's planning me. And I don't think marriage can be planned to that magnitude when it's genuine.
And you're right. And that's all the way true. But we want to make sure that the ladies understand this. When you feel like, oh, I'm an independent woman. I live, I do this, I work, I got my own car, my own house, whatever. That's how you feel. But at the end of the day, if you want your man to actually be a man, then let him be a man. Don't force him into a situation where now you propose to him. Now all of a sudden you've set the tone for the marriage. That's not how marriage is designed.
No, it's not.
Marriage is designed. If you're religious, you read the Bible, then you know that a woman was made from a rib of a man as his helpmate, as his pleasure, as his gift from God. So in order to get a husband, you have to allow that man to decide the day and the time that he is ready to accept his gift from God and take care of it.
But a lot of women don't have patience for that. A lot of women
when you rush it, you see what happens when you rush it. You get baby daddy.
And that's the problem. And that's the point we're trying to make right now at this very moment. Is that when you decide to go upon it yourself, like for example, on one of the just went off. I just dogged Peter Guns out real bad, but the chick that hate Erica so much, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who she is, but the old white chick kind of.
The one who hates Erica. Oh, yes. The brothel lady. Oh no, she was like a madam or something. At some point in time. Erica was.
But the point I want to make is she decided to take herself off in birth control because she was ready for a child, and not implying or talking to the guy she was having sex with. He took that very bad. You know what I'm saying? So. That's the same thing when a woman decides to bow down and say, will you marry me? It's the same thing with a woman deciding to get off of birth control because she feel like it's time for her to have a child. I feel like it's time. It's not fair to the man.
You got to let this man be a man.
But at the same time, you can still say, hold up, you still can say, well, okay, I want to have a child within 2 years. What you think about it?
Bam. If he say, he's
talking 5 years, then you let him go. That's fair.
Right. That's fair. But look, we can go into this all night, but we got to go ahead and go into a music break here on the couch on KHAM Radio. So make sure you stay tuning to the couch on KHAM Radio. We'll be right back.
Let's go. The couch.
You are now tuned in to the couch on KHAM Radio.
I'm out here working, trying to make it. take. And ain't no resting for the weary. So baby, feel me. I need something to feel. So my spirit can heal, babe. I need you to wrap them chocolate legs around me. So when I come home tonight, you'll make everything alright. When you gonna wrap them chocolate legs around me, the memory of my day will quickly just fade away. When you come wrap them chocolate legs around me, please baby, wrap them chocolate legs around me. Your cocoa skin against mine, baby, yeah, baby, is all I need to help revive me. Just touch me and I feel pure, pure love. You're the only thing I'm ever sure of. Your love, I'm sure of. I need some reminding that God is still, He's still behind me. So baby, come take my soul and set me free. When you come, wrap them chocolate legs around me.
You are now tuned in to The Couch on KHAM Radio.
Good evening and welcome back to the Couch on KM Radio. I'm your host, Natasha.
And this your boy, your co-host, Remy Ray.
So when we left you guys, we were talking about, and let me refresh you, the young lady that was in the club with her boyfriend, evidently, and in her beautiful short mini club gown,
White.
whatever, she got on her knees on the floor in the club. You know what people, that club floor is probably so dirty and gritty, but she got on her knees, bare knee. Now she didn't have any stockings, no pants, nothing. Her bare leg, and proposed to her man who was sitting in the seat with his cup, shaking it like. And I was looking at him like he was wanting to say like, "Are you serious right now?"
He throwing that meat to her. She ain't never had no meat like that.
Are you serious right? That's probably what he was thinking.
That's what happened. She didn't got ooh.
Yeah, she didn't got ooh,
but
you know, I just really still stand it like this. You know, ladies, you have to know your worth. Like, men can see that. I mean, a man can respect a confident woman. Let me tell you something about me. And I don't really get personal with a lot of people, but I'm very confident. I'm one of those women that, because my whole life I guess I was raised this way, but I've been so comfortable with who I am, and the older that I get, the more comfortable I get with who I am. Because it's like at the end of the day, either you take it or leave it or whatever, but I'm going to be who I am. And so I feel like any man that's with me should appreciate that, because what he gets is he gets the real me. He gets all of me. Sometimes I wear makeup. Sometimes I don't. I mean, sometimes I have a problem. Let me tell y'all something, and I shouldn't even be telling y'all this on the air, but I have a phobia. I hate little lint particles on my body. So when I get out of the shower, I like to air dry. So I have to I have to have a man who accepts that. I don't want to dry off with a towel and I got all these little, particles of hair or whatever fibers on me. That's just the type of woman I am. So you have to take it or leave it. I like to air dry. There's probably a lot of women that like to air dry. I don't know. But anyway, so I said that to say this. You have to value who you are, value what you should mean to your man. And if he decides that you need to be the wife for him, he will ask for your hand in marriage. Don't be trying to rush no man to get married so that he could cheat on you, because he hasn't made up his mind if you're going to be his woman or not. He hasn't decided that.
I totally agree with that. I feel like, for one, from my experiences with that type of stuff, it's just sometimes a man is not, I know I felt like when all those proposals were being made, those 1 to 2 or 3, I felt like every time it was proposed to me, I was in a different place in my life, and marriage was not one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. If a man is at the point in his life where he wants to get married, he's going to marry you. Like, he's going to tell you that.
Yes. But it don't mean necessarily that you are ready. Don't get caught up on the fact or the matter that a man actually got on his knee and proposed to you in front of your family, in front of everybody else's family, in front of the stadium, in the street, on your job. If you're not ready for that,
don't do it.
Then you should not do that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And explain to him exactly why. That's why it's always important to me that people be straight up with people. And if somebody can't handle your honesty, then they automatically not the person for you. Because if they got a problem with your direct honesty at this very moment, at this very time, they're going to have a hell of a problem later on in the relationship with your honesty. So, put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't be selfish. Don't be no butthole about who you are. At least know what you need to change about yourself, because you don't want to bring anybody into a relationship that's not. If they're being critical of you in some form or fashion, and you don't like them being critical of you, at least consider what they're saying, because it's something you might need to change.
Because it may be some validity to it.
It may be some validity to it. You too caught up into yourself. Now, with that being said, most likely what I would say is, if this man who's willing to propose and marry you, if he happened to drop on one knee, has this complaint that he feels valid, I promise you, 90% of the time or better, so everybody else, at least your last 2 or 3 boyfriends, if you went that deep, had the same very problem with you as well. So it's something that you need to change. So don't get too caught up into what you really believe or you really think. That lets me know that you in a box world and you're not trying to hear anything or see anything outside the box.
Well, check this out, though. Look, speaking of proposals, listen, ladies. Okay. Some of y'all trying to get married. I understand you feel like your biological clock ticking and it's time. Well, listen, I have a way to get you married without really getting you married. Listen, on KM Radio, we're actually about to start giving out some tickets. Remy and I, and stay tuned because we're going to tell you how you can win them. But I heard that Charlie Wilson and Joe are coming to the city. And listen, I got pregnant off Joe, the Love Scene song. Have you ever heard that song? Let's Make a Love Scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that song got me pregnant. So, listen, if you're trying to get your man, play that song because, you'll get pregnant by then. But anyway, we got Joe and Charlie Wilson coming to the city, and we're going to be giving out some tickets here on the couch. So, you guys got to stay tuned now. They're going to be here March 19th. So that gives you some time to get yourself together, go get you a fly outfit or something like that.
How are we going to give out these tickets?
Well, they got to stay tuned because we're going to tell you how to get those tickets, but you just got to keep listening to the couch and we're going to put it out there. So make sure you're listening so you can get those tickets. Okay?
On the couch.
On the couch. So, listen, we're going to go into a poetry moment here on the couch on KM Radio, so stay tuned.
Now it's time for the Poetry Invasion.
Tonight's poem, actually it's a little different. I'm going to do a freestyle, something that kind of comes from my heart, so I hope you enjoy. They say destiny is free. In my life, I don't see that to be. All the glitz and the glamour, the love and the hammer. All of it comes at a price. There's a cost to be the boss. Sometimes I wonder, how high could that be? But one thing that's for sure, I'll always be me. You see, I'm not a weakling. I don't sell out for fame. Everything you see me do, I do it for my name. I do it because I want to. I do it because I can do. See, those that can do, should do. Those who can't, wish and would do. Tonight, this poem has come from my soul. It has come from a place that makes me feel whole. So if you don't like it, sorry, your fault. I promise I won't apologize. Not at all. Me is who I am, and I'm proud. I'm proud to be. So when you ask me, am I ashamed? My answer is nope. I will never apologize for being so dope.
You are now tuned in to The Couch on KHAM Radio.
Good evening and welcome back to The Couch on KHAM Radio. I'm your host, Natasha.
The boy in the building, your boy Remy. Let's go.
So, me and Remy have been all over the place. It's all we ever do. And, we kind of talk about relationship things. We're trying to get people in love, to be honest with you. I mean, that's our ultimate goal. We want to encourage the family aspect of things.
Work out your issues with your relationship.
So, I'm going to say this, though. Ladies, we need to stop being our own enemies. A lot of times we are our own enemies. We actually, we think that our man wants something or likes something different than what he actually likes. I think communication in any relationship is important because as a woman, and I am a woman, so I understand, we create these things in our mind and then we display them to our man. And he's like all confused because he has no idea where we're coming from. And we do that a lot. So I would say this for you single ladies, and I don't know how to say this without, I don't want to sound mean or anything, but if you're almost 50 though, and you're still single as a woman, I think that you need to reevaluate who you are because you've been here for a really long time. And that's been long enough for some man to decide, I want to keep her forever. And evidently, none of them wanted to keep you forever. So you need to figure out what that is. And it could be your attitude. It could be, a number of things.
I would say this. Now, I don't know, per se, everything. But what I will say is, if you are over 45 years old today, and you have never been married before, you really got to consider or reevaluate yourself. I will say that.
I
don't know.
Especially if you find.
Whether God
if
put
you
it,
find and you over 45 and ain't no man ever married you. Oh yeah.
You're making a lot of wrong decisions.
It's
because
you're doing.
I feel like at some point in time, at least before you are 40 years old, that you should have jumped off the edge at some point in time to go ahead and get married, whether you're doing it for the right or the wrong reason. I just feel like you should do it. My question is,
why have you never blown a man away? Like, why not? I mean, when you get to 45, you've had so many opportunities. Like, as a woman, I walk around every day. There are so many opportunities for me to meet men if I'm open and offering. So I'm sure it's the same for other women. So why is it?
I think God got his own time. You know what I'm saying? It may take you that long to find what you need to find for you. But all I'm saying is...
But you wasted all the good time. You wasted all the good years.
All your best years are gone.
Yeah, you wasted
overall, I agree. But whoever's finna get you, you're very developed and you're very experienced. But you are not 21. So your body...
But I've also heard this, right? Let me tell you this. I've heard this from some of my single friends. They are saying that the men that are single right now in the dating pool, the men are tripping. And I think what they're saying is...
Tripping on what?
A lot of the men, they've been burnt by so many women that by the time they start dating somebody, like a man about 33 years old, if he's single, he's been hurt probably so many times by so many women that by the time you get him at 33... He's bitter, so he complains a lot. Yeah. He doesn't do things for you that he should be doing because he's already tried that before and with the wrong woman. So now this man that could potentially be a good man could be your husband. You can't accept him because he can't accept you because of what he's been through. Past. So a lot of people need to let that kind of stuff go.
And a lot of men do that. I'm one of them. I'd be like, whatever.
Because of what you've been
yes,
through.
You're damn
and
right.
See, that's not right.
But you still got to be mindful. Again, I talk about that box or a circle or how broad is your thinking. You cannot ever really hold everybody accountable for one or two females. It's a bazillion of them out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But at the same time, you must question where you're looking for your significant other when you're considering that, too.
That's true.
So, you get what you pay for, basically. You pay attention to this is what you got. This is what you paid your attention to. Because it's not about paying money. That's far from it. But what you decide to pay attention to. Because I can pay money for something, and I can get...
Wham, bam, thank you,
ma'am.
Yeah.
And it's
true.
better than what I paid for.
That's
so,
true.
it get blurred. But what I'm saying is, what are you seeking? What are you looking for? And what do you want? Because at the same time, Tasha, there's a lot of people out here that's willing to deal with people that they know will never qualify for them. So they will never get serious. So when they meet somebody they should be serious with, they run from that. And involve them. They don't want that. They don't want that. Because they know this nigga, oh my bad, this brother, excuse me, I got too real. Or this woman is exactly the woman that can settle me. I'm going to run from that. And women and men do it.
Yeah, I
agree. Some men will meet a good woman and say, oh my God, she is that woman. She is the one that I need to marry. But,
and then he drives her crazy, and then all of a sudden
he runs off.
Or
do
well,
something.
Listen, we're going to leave you with this tonight on your mind. Hopefully you guys are cuddling, listening to the couch. Hopefully some of y'all are getting some, because that's what our ultimate goal is. I mean, at least mine is. I don't know what Remy trying to do, but I want everybody, when they stop listening to the couch, I hope somebody getting into something right now.
Well, you know how I feel about it.
Slip and slide right now. Like, matter of fact, while you listen to my voice, I want you to be taking off them panties.
But at the same
now.
time,
take your panties off and then go in the room. If you're not in the room with him, you should be. But if you're not, take your panties off. And then go in the room and then, like, rub up against him, like, in a way that he can feel that you don't have no panties on. And then when he notices you don't have no panties on, he going to give you that look. And then this is what you do. Then you go get in the bed. Cut the light off like you ready to go to sleep. He going to be looking like, what? Cut the light off.
Well, now you finished. So
now.
So now what? Let me let you.
So now
before I speak, I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Because I want to know the end result. That's all I want to know. Damn, I want to know the end result.
I'm about to tell y'all. This is what he about to do. Okay. So now you know
the end result.
He knows that you don't have no panties on, and you cut the light off.
Because we gotta go to work in the morning.
We got to go to work in the morning. So this is what he about to do.
So what's the end result?
He's about to take off his clothes. He about to get in the bed completely naked. Because this is what they do. This is what men do. He gonna get in the bed completely naked. Now you had on like a little gown or something. You just want him to know you had no pants on. So the next thing you know, when he move up against you, you gonna feel that little wood on your. And then all of a sudden, the lights are off. He is. I can't even tell y'all that story. The end result is y'all probably are not going to sleep. You started at 12. You might not be going to sleep to about 3.
So we're going to do it or we ain't going to do it?
Oh, yes. It's going down. Because, why would I not wear panties if I don't want to give you none?
Because some of y'all play like that.
Who play?
Some women play like that.
Y'all need to stop.
You can't even get it.
Look. If you go to bed with your man with no panties on, you need to give him some. If you ain't giving him some, you know what? You are so whack and you making it hard for other women. If you don't want to give him none, you need to make it clear.
You're not making it hard for other women. You're making it easy for a lot of women.
I guess you're
for
right
him.
about that.
Thank you. So women need to understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But hey, all I gotta say is this here. No matter what your relationship is, whether it's on a good level or a bad level, whether y'all having negative activity tonight or positive activity tonight, relationships shift back and forth. But my point is this here. What are you doing to make your relationship a little more better, a little more brighter, and a little more futuristic? If you plan on being there.
I'm telling you. I
ask you to consider that.
I'm not
you
wearing
can be the
panties
problem.
in bed. I don't know what y'all doing. What the heck? Remy, these women crazy. Listen, if I don't wear panties to bed, it's on and popping. That's what time it is. That's
for you.
But
somebody else getting their hand popped.
Y'all wrong.
Ow.
Y'all wrong.
I know
that.
you ain't
That's
touching
so
me.
Mean.
I know you ain't touching
Anyway,
me.
look, we finna get out of here. Y'all better
We
give
gotta
these
go.
men some. So listen, make sure y'all tune into the couch each and every Sunday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time at www.khamradio.com.
When I go,
I go.
we go.
Ham on KHAM Radio. Good night.
The couch.
You are now tuned in to The Couch on KHAM Radio.